Guardian with that scout, he's deadly with it. Edward Scissorhound's about to drop some pistol headshots like nothing. That's right. Oh! Brutal. Because if, you know, Edward Scissorhands, obviously if he had a beard, he would look exactly like that.
It's a pretty good Photoshop. I don't know exactly what the production crew is spending their time on. It seems to be a bit of a mystery, but I like the direction that we're heading in right here. Guardian jumping with the sniper rifle and trying to take a couple of shots. There's another one going in. Unlike the AWP, you need more than one bullet with the scout to kill someone with. But they are just cleaning it up here. Flamey closing out the round with a good triple kill. And that should really worry the Flipside team. He is 7-0-0 right now, Flamey, and as Thorin was explaining on the desk, once he gets up and running, things tend to get a little bit out of control if you're playing NaVi.
This is the round where Flipside need to focus up, though. They have saved the money. They do have the rifles now and the grenades to go with them. They don't actually have the AWP on World Edit, though, and that's a bit of a frustrating situation for Flipside. They really do want to get that sniper rifle into action as quickly as possible because Guardian, he's still got his scout on the other side. And look at this, NaVi not showing any respect whatsoever. They're going to go aggressive here in a big round for Flipside. Doesn't matter. There's the flash over and the peek behind it. And well, that's interesting because NaVi now, they've just peeked into a key part of the map and not seen Flipside there. So they get the information, and now they're going to just rotate over and start getting some control in mid, it looks like.
Yeah, a very common strategy on the terrorist side involves standing exactly where NaVi were just looking and throwing smoke grenades into the A-bomb side and then trying to get the bomb down afterwards. And we can practically guarantee you will see that later from Flipside. There's almost never a Mirage map, I can't even think of one, where that strat doesn't get pulled out. So NaVi know at least early on that that is not the setup that's coming in for Flipside. And that in itself is pretty valuable information here. Also got to point out, Flipside overall here only have 2 kills. So that's a bit of a problem. They need, if nothing else, on a very basic level, they need to get some kills on the board here and take NaVi out.
We'll see. I mean, there's the Incendiary going down to buy a little bit more time here. 45 seconds left, and NaVi have done a magnificent job of holding on to grenades for the late round. There's the peek in from Zeus towards mid, and Edward is going to actually find the shot onto World Edit. That was top mid, opened up. Flade is just going to try and charge into connector right now, sow some confusion in the ranks. That's not going to happen. Zeus is there to shut him down, and Guardian, he's still alive on the B side, and he's looking to get this scout into play. Mid-air shot! Not going to live, though. Shara with the kill.
Seized in a good position here, going to pick up the one, goes for a... They practically line up for him. That could have been a double kill at the end. They will try for the bomb plant, and they will be successful, but I don't think they can hold the bomb side. There's Edward with a quick double, a triple overall in the round. NaVi now ahead, 4-0. A little bit of a cheeky smile coming out of Seized, I believe. I mean, this is a disaster for Flipside. Right now, Flamey is 7-0-0. Edward is 6-0-0. Zeus is 3-0. 3 of their players have not even died yet, beginning in the 5th round. That almost in itself might actually be a record. I don't think we've had this many people without any deaths going into a half here. This is a bit ridiculous.
It's just unbelievable that Edward actually gets that double kill in that round. He's jumping out of smoke. He should be at a massive disadvantage, especially considering he's jumping into a guy who's watching right at him. And he still gets both kills. That's a hero play right there. And so now Guardian, he's got the op, and he misses a big opportunity. 2 shots missed by Guardian. He had the golden opportunity here to just wreck Flipside early on in the round, and now he's kind of lost it. Flamey will take out Blade, so there's something for NaVi. But it's not common that we actually see Guardian miss easy shots like that, at least the second one.
That's a really good move coming out of Shara. He moves past because Guardian put up that smoke in the window, and Shara sort of used that to actually sneak by towards the B bomb side. So a great pickoff to begin with there, but it does get returned. Flamey would taking up Blade, and that means we're into a 4-on-4 situation here. Shara, oh no! Zeus is going to catch him from the connector. I think Shara was looking to jump into the window because you could do that from the railing. Just wasn't possible this time around. And that makes it 3-on-4 here. World Edit. Good long-range spray to take out Edward.
That's actually a little unfortunate. I'm wondering if Edward was waiting for some kind of flash to go in from his teammates for him to go for that peek, because that is a little bit risky. No flash means no blind terrorist, means, you know, obviously World Edit is capable of hitting that shot. So we're back into a 3-on-3 situation, and that actually favors Flipside, although they are very low on nades. Waylander, the only one with the smoke grenade. Everybody else, just the rifles. So it's going to come down to catching somebody out of position. And Zeus, he hits a great shot on a Markaloff. World Edit spots him out, but little does he know. Exactly, Flamey's crouching in the corner, and Guardian hits the headshot on Waylander. Drops him. And a 5-0 lead here for NaVi, who are just dominating so far in this map. They haven't given up yet, Anders.
No, Flipside fans, they're definitely persistent here, and they're going to need to be. It seems like Flipside need all the encouragement they can get at the moment. I think this is a round because they wanted to make some noise over at A and then have NaVi somehow overreact to that and draw everyone to that side of the map so they could get in and get the bomb down at B. And NaVi, they're playing very solid right now. They're not really doing any mistakes in tactical terms right now. They're making sure that they are exactly where they need to be.
What is going on, Guardian? Usually Guardian hits shots like that all day. So what is going... I mean, he is going to get the follow-up. Edward is actually going to be the one to pick up the kill onto Blade. And World Edit, not long for this World. Edward snuffs him. So it's on to Waylander, it's on to Markaloff, but I'm not really sure what Flipside had going for him this round because they invest in Deagles. That's a lot of money spent right there. If you're going to spend that money on that much money on the pistols, why aren't you getting a single flash grenade, right? Why aren't you getting any kind of utility to make your life easier to get onto that site and actually get a plant?
And speaking of bomb plants, tragically, Markaloff has sort of cleared out the B bomb site, and if they'd had the bomb here, that would have been glorious. But instead, Edward is controlling that in the middle of the map. Again, that little red box that's sort of beeping like a little icon there, that's exactly where the bomb is, and they're covering it very, very well. Don't see Markaloff winning the round, and indeed, Edward coming up with a quad kill, putting him at 10-1-1 as a scoreline here. NaVi, they were looking maybe a little bit shaky on train, off to a slow start, not really doing too well. On this map, it's an entirely different story. 6-0 right now. Flipside, not really with any big chances to actually win a round yet. They are really into it. Flipside, they can probably sense the atmosphere. They must know somebody's coming. And here's that setup that we kept talking about. Setting up outside, but look at it. Edward spraying in and Flamey with the follow-up. Flipside wanting to do that execute, hoping to attack the A-bomb site, and they get caught in the middle of the setup.
And Flamey, man, he is just on point right now. He gets the follow-up kill on the man that was trying to make his way in there to get that bomb back, and it's just not working for Flipside. That is not it's not supposed to go that smoothly. You're supposed to trade 1-for-1, especially if a guy's hiding around a corner to make sure that he doesn't get blinded if a flash comes in. It just falls apart, Flipside, for them in that round. And now, well, Zeus, he's playing aggro. He's actually boosting a teammate up. And both kills will go Navi's way. Another flawless round here for NaVi. 7-0 lead. And this is just getting a little unreal here. Double up play now for NaVi.
So just to point out, the strategy that they were trying to do that round but failed is one where you land a wall of smokes here and you land a second wall of smoke right here. If you're watching Train as our first map, you'll sort of recognize the idea of walling off with smokes, and then you could get the bomb plant down inside the plant zone here. That's the basic idea, but they didn't even get a chance. They simply got caught before any of that happened, but I wouldn't be surprised if Flipside try and go back to it, so we'll definitely watch for it and see if it happens again later on in the game. They will keep buying here. They've lost 7 rounds in a row. That means every time they lose a round here, they get 3,400 as a round loss bonus, which is the game's way of sort of helping you back into it so that you don't just lose forever. You get more and more money up to a point.
Once again, Guardian not really able to have an impact with that AWP in mid-window, so he's given up the position. Instead, it's Zeus and Edward who are going to be playing on short. And unbelievable. Flamey just catches him lined up again. 2 headshots for him. He's just the beast unleashed. He's going to try and look for the 3rd kill, but Waylander finally going to be able to shut him down. Guardian is there to trade. Edward with the kill on Shara, and now Edward with both kills in mid. And everybody from NaVi, they're just shining right now. I mean, Seized is obvious. Well, Flamey obviously is leading the way, but Edward, they're tied. 14 kills each.
This is ridiculous. We always end up talking at some point or other about confidence and how much it can matter in a game like this. And it seems like right now, NaVi have a definite surplus, and Flipside, I mean, they've obviously not given up, but you can even tell the body language that they are very much out of it. There is such a thing as a tactical timeout that you can take, and sometimes it's worth doing just to prevent a sort of collective meltdown on the team, just to make sure that people don't give up, because right now things are not looking good.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Some teams, they have that fail-safe where if they go down 7-0, they're like, right, timeout, 2-minute timeout, take a break, take a breather, get your head back in the game, and then try and go to work, right? The fact that they still haven't taken that timeout, it makes me think that Flipside might try and take it after this round, because this is an eco round, so they're sitting on pistols right now. They don't have the rifles. They should actually lose this round, and so Flipside, maybe in the next round they'll say, right, timeout when we have the rifles, and let's actually figure out a game plan here that will work versus NaVi. That doesn't involve getting our heads ripped off round after round.
The audience here in Atlanta have actually come up with an Arby's chant. That is pretty epic, isn't it?
That's right.
They are so excited. I love it, absolutely love it. 50 seconds left on the clock here. Kind of seems like a lot of a setup here for Flipside in a round that will almost certainly not amount to anything. If they could run down Seas, there's a bit of a chance. But the problem is Edward is holding a Molotov in his hands. He's got an incendiary, so even if Seas misses a shot here, they're going to have to run through a lake of fire to get in here. 30 seconds now. Oh, Edward turning around. That's not quite the best timing. And Waylander being a bit annoying. He's going to go down. The rush should be coming in, and there's Seas picking up the kill. He doesn't have any backup. Edward's actually cleared all the way out, so he is alone. He's going to miss the shot there. Trying with the pistol. Backup not coming. Edward letting his teammate down, and Blade picking up a really good double kill.
But the big thing here is that Blade, he succeeds in getting that bomb plant. He doesn't win the round for NaVi, but he gets that bomb money. Because when you lose the round, if you get the plant, you get a bonus $800 per teammate on Flipside. So getting that bonus money is so important. Gotta give it to Edward, though. He actually had a lot of faith in Seas there to hold the line. Seas came close to surviving. If he could have got that second shot on the man mid-air.
Just to point out as well, that was the first time Zeus has died on this map. He's 15-1-1, Flamey with 15-0-2. You know, World Edit did just set the record. I feel like it's a bit of a shame if they steal it from him live on TBS in the very same week. That's almost going to be heartbreaking if that ends up happening. And we are on track for something like that at the moment here. 9-0 is the current scoreline here. NaVi seem to be utterly unstoppable.
No, they are on point right now. They're just hitting all the shots. They have all of the confidence. And there's the incendiary. So Guardian looking to try and deny that position behind the boxes. He comes close to denying the smoke coming in as well. But this is why, you know, there's some frustration. He can't actually look into mid. Instead, it's going to be Edward to pick up a kill on Waylander. And so maybe Guardian is having some struggles at the mid window. Edward, in the meantime, getting work done. And once again, NaVi have the advantage here in this round. It's not looking hot for Flipside unless something magical can happen. World Edit, he has that op. Can he actually find an opening kill to give his team some room to work with?
Shara trying to see if he could spot anyone over that smoke, but instead Flamey walking out, and looked like he had the superior angle there. Shara gonna end up going down, and then once again they can play very defensive here. 5 versus 3. NaVi have just hit the zone right now. Whatever they do, it seems to work. Blade in the middle, a little bit paranoid, trying to make a jump, and he actually got tagged. That was seized. Who hit that shot? Someone hit that shot on Blade. Could have been a Guardian from the other side. I'm very confused. Well, you'll definitely hit the shot on World Edit. And a bit of a flick as well. Edward trying to creep into the middle. Not that much health. And ends up going down to Blade.
That leaves it in a bit of a tight spot for Flipside. 2v4. At least the bomb is up in B Apartments. It's close to the site. Markov trying to go for the hero play, but there's an incendiary waiting right in front of him. In the meantime, Guardian has picked off Blade, and that was in mid. So once again, Markov finds himself all by his lonesome. And while it's not for long, Zeus has mercy, ends it right there. 10-0 lead for NaVi. And while it just doesn't seem like Flipside are able to get their heads in the game right now, they are just getting stomped off this server.
I mean, just to point out how completely ridiculous this is right now. There is a combined 12 kills, I think, right now on Flipside, and both Edward and Flamey have 16 each. So this is just way, way out of control.
It's not every day that you actually see this level get hit by a team, but well, NaVi, I mean, they are a world-class team. They're a top 3 team in the world right now, and this could be the gulf really that separates the underdogs from the best. So nades at the top mid, just a little bit of pressure applied. Blade actually taking quite a bit of damage, but it's World Edit right now, camping out in B Apartments with that bomb. Not a big fan of him holding the angle alone with the bomb, exactly because that can happen. And Edward, in the meantime, will get a spray on short. So once again, we find ourselves in a 2-4 situation here for Flipside, and make that a 1v4. And Markov, again, the last guy alive.
What a power performance here from NaVi. We said from the beginning, they are one of the best teams in the world, and throughout the week here, they haven't really looked it, but now we see the power. They actually struggled. They actually lost this map earlier in the week to Mouse Sports, and that was a big upset, and people started thinking, well, maybe it's time for people to play it. Maybe Flipside thought the same thing, and they've definitely been proven wrong so far. 11-0, ladies and gentlemen. This is the power of NaVi.
So Flipside, man, the problem is that they're trying to show some variety in their game as well, focusing on B Apartments, trying to put up a fight in mid. They just aren't winning the duels, and now NaVi have lost all respect. They're going charging straight up to mid. Flipside were prepared for this world edit, though, gonna get annihilated. And the follow-up spray, not gonna happen for Zeus. Blade will trade the kill. That's how it's supposed to go for Flipside. But now we have to see if they can actually keep their cool here, if they can take advantage of this situation.
Yeah, we always tend to say that well, obviously Flamey cannot see that outline there, but it's a bit of a chill, I think, going through the audience. But yes, whenever you trade evenly, it will generally favor the terrorist side because the CTs have to spread their defense more thinly, and you can obviously put everybody on one bomb site, so it will generally work out that way. And right now, it's Zeus for World Edit that's been traded. And still, the bomb is in terrorist spawn, so Flipside are going to be playing it slowly once again.
Yeah, 50 seconds left on this clock. Not a whole lot of time to act with. Because this is about the time where you start to gear up to actually make your play to a site, so you have some room to maneuver with. You're not getting forced into an awkward spot where you run out of time. Well, Blade, you think that he's going to get the kill for free, but Edward peeks at the correct time, saves his teammate, and it's a 2-on-4 again. Markov and Waylander. And this time it's Markelov dying first. It's up to Waylander now, making his way through B apartments. 30 seconds left in the round, and already Seized is holding this angle, so it's all on Waylander to make it across, and it's not going to happen. Gets shut down. 12-0. NaVi continue to dominate, and you can just see the frustration mounting here. And still no timeout. Still no timeout called by Flipside. Why are they not just taking the 2-minute break?
I mean, it seems obvious from where we're sitting, but right now you got to wonder if they have the sort of the mental capacity to do it right now. They might just be completely shell-shocked by what they're running into. My big thing right now, I feel like they need to be fast. They need to stop being as slow as they are, because even when they get into a decent position, they keep playing it very slowly. I think they need a lot more pace, a lot more speed, and try and see if they can't just overwhelm NaVi.
Especially in this sort of scenario where NaVi, they have totally lost all respect for Flipside. They've gone for 3 AWPs. 3 ops, 3 sniper rifles, and already 2 kills for NaVi. Flipside definitely not expecting that. They're like, you know, we're looking to take duels here. You know, we're looking to get headshots, get kills, and NaVi are like, fine, if you want to look for aim fights, we're just going to get 3 scoped guns. We'll give you the aim fights. It's just that for us, it takes 1 shot to get that kill. And well, Guardian, he's going to get greedy. He does get punished in mid, but Flamey's there to trade the kill. And it feels like this is the general theme of this first half, Anders. Again, a 2-on-4, Blade and World Edit, the last 2 alive here for Flipside.
They're just making a mockery right now out of Flipside's map pick here. This is just not working out at all for them. Blade hoping to get an angle on someone. Edward in a position where you need someone to boost you up there. You need a teammate to put you up on that box. But once you're up there, it is very hard to see with your Blade walking in. You're going to have to look through part of the scaffolding there. And well, C is taking out World Edit, and Blade moving forward. Going to get taken out by Edward, and that will make it 13-0. We could be seeing a clean sweep. And at this level of competition, that doesn't happen very often.
Boom, there's the shot, Guardian.
Yeah, and what you're seeing as well, it's not hesitation from Waylander. He's trying to force the shot out so that Guardian misses the shot, and then he can go and attack himself. So it's actually kind of a clever style. Guardian is just very much on point. 21-3. That's a kill, assist, and death ratio coming out of Edward.
Yeah, that's an insane scoreline. It's like, World Edit, you can break records? Well, I can give it a good shot as well. 13-0 lead for NaVi. While there are 4 players here for NaVi on the A side, they were definitely expecting Flipside to try and go for a smoke execute again, but instead it's going to be the rush onto the B side here for Flipside. This is a different change of pace. Seized hits the first headshot onto Blade, but he gets overwhelmed by Waylander, and finally, Flipside, they have a solid shot at just shutting things down here for NaVi.
Well, it only took 13 rounds, but yes, finally they do speed it up, and that's kind of what I was hoping they would do. The bomb is down. This is already a way better round than any of the preceding 13. We'll see if they can actually make it work. It's Markelov now alone in the back of the truck here. He can sort of see the bomb if anyone's defusing it, but he is not in a good position, and they know where he is. The Molotov raining back there. His feet are on fire. He's going to have to make it out. He steals an AWP, and he gets the headshot on Zeus. 1 shot here, and that's going to be it. Markelov picking up the double kill, and Flipside winning a singular round. Better late than never, Semler?
You can always say that. That's the beauty of CS, right? You're never out until obviously you've lost the game, but you can always run it back. It's the mantra. You just have to repeat it 1 round at a time. Waylander did the best that he could, and he actually got the 2 kills. 1 onto Flamey. This was a nice wallbang shot. But finally, Flipside, they're like, right, okay, this pick style is not working for us. We're taking way too long with our defaults. We just need to kind of throw hope to the wind and rush onto a site, and it worked. Now we have to see if they can replicate that last round of this first half. Can they get a second round on the board here, Flipside?
Yeah, and you see part of the problem with rushing is those Molotovs that come out, and that could be a direct response from NaVi. Zeus point blank here, not going to get the shot, but he's not being punished quite enough. There's the kill finally coming through. But when you miss the shot with a sniper rifle that close, you really got to be careful, and he did almost make it back. Guardian here, wild flick coming out. And somehow Edward picking up a kill there on Waylander, making it a 3-on-4, but Guardian is about to get shot in the back. He's very exposed right here. Shara, oh, the timing, Guardian around the corner. He should have been dead.
And they're throwing nades in from Connector as well. So that's a clear signal to NaVi. Now there is a presence in mid. We've lost control of the B side. World Edit, gonna take the duel with Guardian. Gets the leg shot. He's looking for the follow-up, and he'll find it with the Tech 9. Nice pistol work there. But in the meantime, Action B, as Seized has rotated in. He's a bit late. Not sure if he heard Shara get into kitchen. Yes, he did. He knows that he's getting flanked now. And now it turns into a guessing game. Which window does he want to look at as he gets the kill? Shara peeks out at the perfect time. And we're into a 1v3 now for Edward.
It is the last round of the half here. And Edward in the middle. Oh! Dead before he touches the ground as World Edit picks up a triple kill. And Flipside, they get 2 rounds back-to-back at the end. But NaVi get 13, which means they're 3 rounds away from winning the second map and winning the game.
This is such a solid performance. But you can see Zeus. I mean, right now, that's pretty much how he feels. You know, hey, 13-2, that's perfect. Now we go on to the favorite side. We're looking solid to end this 2.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready here with the second half of Mirage. It's been a really tough game here coming out of Flipside. They only got 2 rounds out of the 15 that they played.
And that because I think NaVi, they started horsing around a little bit towards the end there. They got the 3 sniper rifles. Not something very common to go for. You usually do that when you're way ahead.
But look who's keeping up with it. That's Nico from Mouse Sports, chilling at the bar, watching the game. I mean, in a different timeline, in an alternate universe, it could have been them playing right here. It very well could have been.
Oh, that's sick. Crib 6, I love it. Getting the workout on, making sure he does some cardio, right? And then watching the game as well. Perfect, man. I think I recognize where Nico's watching the game from as well. I think that's our hotel. So, there you go. Called you out, Nico. Go outside.
Well, we usually have these matchup between players that are sort of, you know, on an even level, but we've got Flamey at 19-4, and we have got World Edit at 4-14. So this is obviously very much, it tells the story of what's happening. I think if my math is right, Flipside has 25 kills overall on their team, and Edward alone has 21. That's all you need to know. We're going to see if NaVi can close out this game real quick here. They've got 13, they need another 3, and they're going to walk away with a victory here in ELEAGUE. It's going to be Edward at the top of mid, holding his ground. He's got the Tech 9, he's got the armor. If they come close right now, that could be deadly. World Edit is creeping in, he's looking for it, and Edward taking care of business. Easy kill coming in from him, and that'll make it 22. Sees sneaking up behind and running over Blade. It is gonna continue just like it started, it seems. Waylander finally having a bit of a say. The smokes are coming in to try and block him off, and oh, but he still hits the shot. Flamey going down.
Can they actually get the bomb plant, though? Guardian, he doesn't have Zeus to watch his back. Instead, Zeus is getting flanked by Waylander. Guardian looking to find that kill. Edward, though, just doing work in mid. 2 kills for him, and it's all on Waylander now. The hero of the pistol rounds for Flipside. He had an impact on Drain. Now he needs to clutch it, and it's just not going to happen. Guardian comes jumping around the corner. You can see how frustrated Waylander is. He's just like, really, Guardian? Really? Jumping?
You couldn't even give me just a little bit of respect here. Wow, they are getting completely crushed. And at this point, when you're this far behind, I mean, we did say this was a CT-sided map, but obviously not to the tune of 13-2. At this point, I think you just have to accept that you've got to keep buying no matter what, right? You're not going to be saving, you're not going to be ecoing or anything, even though Markelov actually weirdly is. He's got 1,000 in the bank, and I have no idea why. They should put everything on this.
It's all or nothing at this point, right? Maybe some miscommunication, already moving, doesn't go for the buy. Well, if they win this round, Flipside, somehow, with NaVi already up a man, they have a chance. They'll have a little bit more money on Markelov to work with. Maybe he goes for that AWP, and I know how happy that'll make you feel, Andy.
It would be, you know, a bit of a silver lining if we could see Markelov fire that off a little bit. But right now, they've actually guessed the wrong bomber site to stack up in. We saw that on Train, and it was NaVi that guessed right again. So we'll see if they could do anything in the upcoming 18th round, because this round is already in the bag for NaVi. They are going to be at match and map point here, 15-2. Flipside just hoping to stay alive with what they have.
Shots, and well, Flamey, he continues to put the pressure on. No saving of the gear this round. Waylander will be able to pick up a kill and an AK, and he could actually make a run for it here. Nobody is close enough, although, as I say, that Edward is wrapping into jungle, so he might get caught before he can make it into kitchen. He just barely does. Charging for the bomb site. The bomb, it's exposed, but oh, the frustration! Not enough time, and he's going to go up with it. Not enough time for Waylander to go for the Ninja. That would have been sick. That would have been so sick.
Yeah, I think that was very optimistic. I think he was off by like a good number of seconds there, so I think maybe Hope just deceiving him a little bit there, really wishing that it could have been true.
Hope springs eternal, right? I mean, if you're a Flipside fan right now, you're going to need that hope, because NaVi on match point. And they have quite a few of them to work with here, and they're full bot versus Flipside going for a force buy.
The fans are chanting overtime. I'm not sure they're hopeful or delusional at this point, but
hey,
either way, they're definitely not abandoning their team, and I think that's good news. Zeus is right on the other side, and Waylander's here, so point-blank range with a shotgun. Surely Waylander should come out on top with this one. If Zeus misses a shot here, he's going to be out of it, and there it is. No chance.
Beautiful work there from Waylander, not caught sleeping. And Flamey now hoping to be able to trade that kill. What a shot on the world at it. Shara, though, point blank with the UMP. We'll get the trade kill instantly. And now there's a second AK here for Flipside to pick up and work with. And that's super solid. Gives them a bit more firepower to go up against NaVi with, because NaVi, still 3 players alive, the 3 rifles and a good nade count. But they need to actually find a kill here, NaVi. Bring it back to a 3-on-3 for them to have for them to have a chance. Because right now, if Flipside actually play this correctly, they should lock NaVi out of this round, and they'll give the fans hope. One more round. One more round.
I feel like false hope is it's false hope. There's a real difference, Samla. Seeing the different types. Sees the knee. Just a little bit of Markov is enough. And here's the real problem. Shara is now inside the bomb site, but he can't stay there forever. They're going to have a couple of grenades here to try and weed him out with, including that Molotov on Edward. So Shara's going to have to change his position at some point or other. He does take out Seized, and Edward coming in with a headshot to take out Waylander. Going for a bit more. Second follow-up there is Shara, and somehow NaVi bring it back regardless. It's now a 1-on-3 here. Blade, the last man standing. They even put up a smoke to try and see if they could cover the cross there, and Guardian taking him out 16-2 as NaVi utterly destroy Flipside on Mirage.
Unbelievable. Edward, you're thinking finally Flipside, they've got a chance to actually bring it back at least a little bit of the way. But NaVi, Edward basically kept an Abahab. He showed up. He had the harpoon. And well, it's all over. 16-2. 2-0 win for NaVi. And well, that means that NaVi will be going on into the playoffs and with a good chance and actually taking a chunk of that $1.4 million prize money. But yeah, Waylander, you can see the frustration there. It means that they have to go down into the last chance qualifier to even get a chance to get into the playoffs themselves. So a lot more work ahead of Flipside here.
It is really a hard one to swallow, especially if you think about how close they were on Train. That's going to now be in the back of their mind. They're going to be thinking 16-13.